Hi guys, this is Robert from the InsideSalesGuy.com. So today I want to talk a little bit about maybe the most important question I use when I talk to prospects and to customers to quickly figure out whether or not we can actually add value to their business. The question I use, or I'm going to talk about, is what else would it take? So for me, this is a phrase that I use over and over again when I talk to prospects. And basically the effect it has on the dialogue for me is that I can kind of test all the time whether or not I'm at a point where the customer is comfortable moving forward with us. And if it's not the case, always go back into a conversation type where we can try to find more pains, share more information about what we have done with other customers, and through that conversation figure out, can we do something for them? So where you could use it, I'm from 24 Slides, could be in a situation where I would call up a customer, talk a little bit about how they do presentations. Let's say they're in a situation where they spend a lot of time on presentations. I would say, hey, with some of the customers we have today, we have saved them a lot of time by actually taking all of the presentation work for them and doing that. If we could do the same for you, would you be interested in moving forward with 24 Slides? Customer might say, no, I'm not. In that case, I would ask, so what else would it take for you to get to a point where you would be interested in moving forward with us? And that always spins the customer back into the frame of mind where they're kind of looking up into the ceiling and asking themselves, so what else would it take? And you can use it in several different ways, right? So when they're sitting there, it could be like, so what if we could do something and I could come up with a suggestion? So I could say, what if we could also improve, the level of design of your presentations? Would that have interest for you? And he would say, yes, that would have interest. We can talk a little bit about what's the business impact of being able to do that. How will it either increase their brand, or what effect would it have on his business? Then you could ask the question again. So, under the assumption that we could both save you some time on doing the presentation and increase the level of design of your presentation, would you be comfortable moving forward with us? Customer might say, no, I would not. And you can again ask, so what else would it take? Go back, find more questions. You can also use it later in the sales stage, right? So if you get to a point where he comes back to you, you have been through the entire sales stage, you build a great business case, and he says, hey, I'm going to talk to my finance guy and see if we have budget. And he comes back to you and says, I don't have a budget. You could always ask him, okay, so what else would it take for you to get to a point where we could get budget? Or what else would it take for you to put us on the budget so we could be there and you could acquire us after that? So it's a super, super efficient sentence to use to challenge the customer and to get them to actually think about, is it possible for them, would they be comfortable in moving to a place where they would actually acquire the solution? The best thing about it is that it gets you really quickly to a point where you can find out, is this a no? Because if you ask a customer, what else will it take to get you to a point where you might be interested in moving forward with 24 Slides, and he says, nothing. Then you can maybe pinch him a couple of times, but basically you would know, okay, so we're going nowhere with this customer, leave it, move on to the next one. So what else would it take? I would love to hear your experience by using it, and please send back to me whether or not your customers came back, what they thought of it, and whether or not you can actually use it and get the same experience as I have done. Other than that, shoot me a comment or a mail or anything, I'll get right back to you. Happy selling, talk to you, bye.